Hello, loves. Once again, I am Silent3, and this is Narrative Telephone. Woo! We are joined by a mystery today.
Yes.
And we shall find out who this mystery is shortly. How is everyone? Briefly, before we begin.
Quite tired.
This is a very strange time to stream.
It is a very strange time to stream. It's true. Slayer, would you like me to send you a text to let you know that I'm live? Okay, how about before we do anything else, we find out who our new mystery contestant is?
Yeah.
Super ready.
I so want to know who it is.
Yep. So do I.
Oh, we ready?
Yeah. Click the button.
Oh.
Well, spoiler alert! Stop it! And who do we have? It's Insigilla! Yay!
I was wondering who I was.
Is that a life jacket?
It is, yes.
And it's a
This was me doing marine science on a boat.
Oh, wow.
And it's a great Photoshop too. You did really good.
He's on a boat. He's on a boat. You can't see it, but he is on a boat.
It's true. I photoshopped out a whole bunch of water and a bit of a boat.
Some sea mammals and other creatures.
I don't think they were in the photo.
Well, he's
They're
always
all
surrounded.
around.
He's
Just
surrounded by
outside
like a ring of jellyfish. You know.
He was actually pointing to like the one manatee in a group of like this.
I don't know why it was like 100 feet in the air.
No, you're underwater in this picture.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's a very bad boat then.
It's a real bad life jacket, too.
when you study marine biology, you start breathing underwater. You don't need any apparatus for it anymore.
Yeah, that's your level 2
wow.
ability.
Know that?
Yeah, it's basically The Sims. As soon as you max out a career, you get something special.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a marine biologist.
Really?
I went to a marine nature reserve when I was like 8, and I thought it was so cool, and I wanted to be a marine biologist.
Aww.
Then her
It is
shat.
pretty cool.
She decided
I want to be a space marine biologist.
Oh my gosh.
Study the seas of other planets. Why are they all frozen?
Soon to be as fishless as ours.
Oof.
Yeah, when I TA'd oceanography, the sad thing was usually like, "Hi, welcome to the oceans. Everything's already dying."
Solid.
That was my message.
Have you considered necromancy?
I mean, that's what we're trying to do with coral reefs, right?
What?
Are we?
Yeah.
Who's what now?
Yeah, we throw a bunch of junk in the ocean, have the coral grow back, and all the dead corals just kind of like helping.
I thought we were doing like ASMR and playing like the sound. I heard that they're playing the sounds of coral reef activity, and it's causing fish to come back and behave as if the coral reefs aren't dead.
Oh. Ooh.
That's weird.
But I'm also not a marine biologist, so this could be the equivalent of that news reporter who said farts cures cancer. I don't know.
I want to see that news report.
It's true. The lab that did it was doing a chemical analysis of different carcinogens, and the takeaway the reporter had was that farts cured cancer. And for the next several years, the lab got calls about this completely unrelated thing that this reporter had decided it meant. I think you're frozen.
Am I frozen?
Oh, maybe. Could have been that Silent was just super still. All right, everyone's moving again.
It's real rare for that to happen, so...
Yep.
It's a fair question. We have 2 Insigillas now.
It's temporary. I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing.
Why shouldn't there be 2? There should always be 2. One that's on the stream, and then one that's on his camp.
That's true.
Were there 3?
There were 3, yes.
Oh, okay. We were having some counting issues, apparently.
It's all right. She's just a math major.
I'm not a math major. I graduated, so I'm a mathematician.
This is hard. But I think I have it.
Looks good.
In 3.5th edition of D&D, I think there was an arithmancer who had to do math problems to do magic.
I'm not surprised. There was basically everything.
I think it's a great idea. I really wish something like that would return.
Like the
Just something silly like that.
like the calculator from Final Fantasy Tactics,
Yeah.
where you can only damage people with hit points that are multiples of 3.
You couldn't change your multiplier?
Well, you could, but if you did like a 2, it'd be less damage, and if it was a 5, it would be kind of hard to get the actual hit. You know, math. You know.
Yeah.
Whew.
I read Elantris, and I really liked the magic system in that one.
Ooh. What is it?
So the magic system involves drawing runes in the air. Like, people with magic, when they start writing, they can use like any amount of like their hand or even a stick or something like that, and they basically draw a glyph in the air that's fairly complicated, and it does the spell.
Cool.
I'm an excellent artist. I should do that.
You should.
Stick figures everywhere.
If you haven't read Elantris, it's
Very
pretty.
poorly drawn Pokemon.
It's the shadow and the valet of death.
Is that the one that you remember most?
I think it's the top one on your pile that I see more. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, it's Narrative Telephone.
It is.
And because we have a new person in Zigzilla, got to start it off.
Hmm.
So I'm excited because I know you. I know what genre you went for. I think.
Yeah, you also did one of the stories, Dice.
Oh, the story that he saw, I'm guessing, is nothing like the story you told.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Dice was second to last. So,
Oh yeah. There's going to be no resemblance by then.
yeah. I'm very excited to see what actually survived.
I'm really excited to see what started it.
That too.
Like the original, like, ooh. So,
Shall we begin?
yes. Let's do it. Let's do it. I play the thing.
It wasn't easy, but Michael finally had it. The toxoplasmatic spray guaranteed to take down any living thing, and hopefully a few hellish ones. The key was easy enough to find, as Solomon's book is relatively widely published, but stripping away the barriers and reversing the sigil wasn't. Years of study, years of summoning, years of questioning experts on both sides of the veil. Everything had to be perfect, or Michael's one chance to save his brother wasn't going to work. An inverse summoning had never been attempted, much less successfully done. But this was their last chance. He couldn't stand the thought of what Trevor has been suffering this entire time. But now was not the time to think of that. He had to be focused, sure of his actions and sure of his words. Careful to make sure he didn't die in the process, or worse, summon something else through with no constraints in place to hold it. Michael dimmed the lights, lit the candles, loaded the toxoplasmatic spray into the fumigation tank on his back, and took his place in the middle of the pentagram drawn on the floor in painstaking precision. The circle only half as complex as was depicted in the ancient text and inversed upside down. Michael began to chant his inverse incantation, again stripping away the walls and confines usually needed in these circumstances. The scent of brimstone and fire came quickly, followed by the cacophony of wails and guttural growling. This was it, what all that work had been for. In a bright flash, the room was empty, barren except for some spent candles and a sigil drawn in chalk on the floor. The faint smell of sulfur in the air. So it begins, and so it shall be.
Wow, that was a story.
Holy
That was awesome!
crap.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great
I'd like
word
to-
choice.
I like it noted that as we were talking about marine biologists earlier, there were whales.
I thought so too. Like the sounds of the narwhals.
Oh, goodness.
See, I had no idea to expect whales, so.
No one expects whales.
I don't know how you can work whales into Spanish Inquisition, but we can do it at some point.
I mean, people have often heard whales during the Spanish Inquisition.
You just need really big robes.
Oh, real big.
Now I am imagining a narwhal in the red robes.
The hood is a little bit of an issue because I bet the horn kind of like knocks the top of the hood back a bit. So like maybe there's like a special hood where there's like a little cutout in the center where the horn come out. So we can have a low robe, but he's got the one little thing so the horn can come out.
But isn't the horn like lower?
Well, there has to be a low hood, right? Like it's not like a regular hood. It has to be like face covering blackness underneath hood.
Would just like have a veil hanging off the horn?
I mean, basically.
Apron?
There you go.
An apron.
You guys can expect some art after this, just saying.
Excellent.
Satan's narwhal.
So that was a beautiful story.
It
and
was!
Oh, it was so.
It's a lot more rich in detail than I could communicate later.
I'm so impressed by a story I've never heard before.
What was it, a photoplasmic spray? Is that what it was? Yeah. No idea on that one.
His name was Michael.
Michael.
Wow, yeah.
And his brother, Trevor.
I don't think that lasted.
Yeah, no, the subject of his necromancy changes quite a bit.
Oh.
I mean, necromancy?
Summoning.
Summoning? I don't know.
Summoning.
All right.
All right. Slayer went next. Let's see what he did with this.
No, Slayer is the Time Slayer. As you can see, he's cut down a whole 5 seconds.
No,
Oh.
he's cut down 26 seconds because the original one was 221.
Oh, really? Oh.
I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of time where I'm just fumbling with technology.
It's fine.
That's fair.
It's fine. So here is Slayer's rendition.
Alright. Never had it been done before, but Michael had found it. He found the key, the taxidermic fumigation fluid that could tear down any walls. He had talked to both sides of the veil to find out the research. He was going to try to reverse summon his brother back, Trevor, and he was just wondering in the horrors that his brother was suffering. This one's hard. So Michael lit the candles, drew the pentagram that was reversed and flipped upside down, and he started citing the incantation backwards, trying to reverse summon his brother Trevor. And then it began. Oh, he put the fluid, the taxidermic superfragilistic fluid, into his fumigator that was on his back. And as he did, the smell of brimstone and sulfur started to happen. And as the spell took place, there was nothing around him but a barren wasteland and speck candles.
I mean, that's a good recovery.
Yeah.
There was a decent amount of information in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I,
it
My
wasn't.
brain just went.
I mean,
Let's see, like all the way.
it wasn't a fast story, but it was a dense, rich story.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I called the spray a toxoplasmatic spray. I was picturing something psychedelic looking that was also toxic, so toxoplasmatic spray.
That makes sense.
Well, now it's taxidermy.
But now it's taxi supercalifragilistic.
It's like a really colorful formaldehyde.
Getting into that.
And I mean, a taxidermic spray makes a lot of sense with necromancy. You gotta
Oh, yeah.
solidify that body.
I mean, all things considered, Slayer, you did pretty well.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a
You
lot
got
of
the
good
core of the
information in
story.
there.
Oh.
It still hurt though.
We could tell.
And now we go from the Time Slayer to the story builder. Merchant, how do you feel about this one?
I haven't seen it. Been long enough that I don't remember.
No.
I'm feeling pretty confident.
Good.
Oh, good.
Good.
All right. Well, then let's take a look at it all together.
We'll all watch it for the first time.
It had never been done before. Michael had determined the taxidermic fluid that would burn down all walls. Yes, never had it been done before. He was preparing to reverse the ritual to bring back his brother, Toby. Toby, he would reverse the summoning ritual to return Toby, which had never been done before. He prepared his vials of fluids, prepared to bring back Toby, and he lit all of his candles backwards. He inverted the ancient sigil and prepared to start the backwards ritual. He said all of the things backwards, all of the phrases backwards, prepared the taxidermic wall-breaking material, which was super and fragile, but he was callous and a mystic. And he was vexed with, oh no. I'm sorry, this is hard. He lit all the candles backwards, not camels, and turned the sigil upside down and used the ancient taxidermic material that he had developed to break walls and returned it and performed the ritual. But when he concluded, it was just him in a barren wasteland, surrounded by spent candles.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I love the idea of lighting a candle backwards.
Yep.
Shame about that bad breath, though,
Oh, man.
because he was hexed by halitosis.
Yes.
Can I say I love the fact that supercalifragilistic became it was super and fragile.
But he was callous
And a,
and a mystic.
Hexhalitosis. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was beautiful. That was like 15 out of 10. So good.
Once it started, I couldn't stop it. It just had to come out.
I understand.
but I didn't get that. I didn't get it.
Oh, no.
And like I spent a lot of time trying to find a way to get my camera set up so that I could create that that kind of dramatic look with the light in the background and like a side-on view. And I don't have a stand.
Oh no.
And
What was that?
It's just the Eldritch Horror. It's fine.
Someone reverse summoned the baby.
It's the whales.
The horrible devil worshipping cultist whales.
Breaking down narwhals.
We should do this
Now
in
there's
the
going to be
morning.
a cult of whales in someone's D&D campaign somewhere.
Oh, well, there is going to be now.
Yeah.
I will make it happen. I'm doing the next storytellers, guys.
Oh.
It is on.
Oh, no.
So, Mysterian, did you just primarily cut out the word backwards? Because I think that time loss would be entirely covered.
I wish it were that simple. I really do. I think I remembered the fact that it was supposed to be backwards. I just forgot everything else.
Oh.
I hope you got the fact that it had never been done before.
It had never been done before.
Never.
I like how it was the ancient material he just developed. That was my favorite part.
I think my favorite part was.
Suspense. My favorite part was the whole thing.
That's true.
The
That
whole
was
thing
phenomenal.
all together. That was so good. Oh. I don't know how I'm going to recover.
Masarian, how do you feel about yours?
I don't feel good. I feel better now that I know where it actually started, because I thought I broke it, but it's already a little broken. So like I just threw the box off a cliff. It was a broken box anyway.
That's fair. That's fair.
And then one of us is going to light it on the way down. And...
Reverse light it.
You have to learn from the whales. I mean, how else are you going to light something underwater?
True.
That's a good
True.
point.
Yeah.
Reverse lighting is great because you end up with more box than you started with.
Oh man.
Let's see what I did. I don't even remember it.
Here we go.
Daniel had finally done it. He had created the taxidermic solution that would break down all barriers. He had figured out what he had to do to complete his mission, to bring back Tony. Daniel had the ritual. He had his formula. He had his candles. All he had to do was complete the ritual backwards. So he took his taxidermic formula that would break down walls. He lit his candles backwards. He drew out his circle backwards. He spoke every word of his incantation backwards. He waited for Tony to come. But in the end, he was left alone in a barren wasteland, in a circle of burned out candles.
That was really good.
It was there. It was there.
It was a completely different story, but it was a story.
No, I think the elements of the original are still there. Like, the names may be different. There's this whole, like, taxidermy thing, but other than that,
So-
I think it's still there.
So at this point, the fact that this is supposed to be his brother was lost, so I definitely came into this thinking that this was about reviving a dog.
No, really? Oh, no!
I definitely was surprised.
As all the
learned
best
that it was
taxidermy
his brother.
stories are.
Well, I mean,
taxidermy
taxidermy-
necromancy stories are.
If you're dealing with taxidermy, it's gotta be with an animal, and if you're gonna bring something back, it's gotta be a pet. It all makes sense.
Yeah.
Tony the Labradoodle.
Tiger.
Labradoodle. I think Labradoodle's one of the silliest names for a pet. The, like, species. Like,
They are real cute.
What about
They're a real cute abomination.
I feel like multi-poo.
That just feels like going to the bathroom more than once.
They do. They're just veritable poop tornadoes.
You know, I was saying we should do streams before our brains are turned on more often.
Tune in for Extra Life.
You said that, and I just had an image of a dog doing capoeira.
Oh my goodness.
I may regret this, but what is capoeira?
It is the Brazilian dance fighting where you do a lot of, like, kicks that are high, and then you sometimes end up on your hands kicking. It's like there's
It
a lot
looks
of
like slow motion breakdancing.
Or really fast yoga.
That really cheap character from Tekken that I
Yeah.
always play? Okay, great.
So imagine Eddie Gordo when you're doing like some of his kick tornadoes, but it's a dog and it's pooping.
OP, please ban.
Yeah, Maestarian, I love the lighting.
Yeah.
The waving, that was great.
I was in a closet and I couldn't make light on my face where I was visible without that, so I was just like, okay, flashlight.
It worked. It was really good.
I also love the, like, I'm gonna face this way, but be like, this is dramatic.
Well, everyone knows. It's like artistically shoved.
Yeah.
Yeah, artistically shoved.
I had to get the spotlight in there somehow. I didn't put all that work into it to not have it show up on stream, damn it.
That is fair.
Unfortunately, I didn't notice the spotlight.
Of course you didn't. It was very, very, very...
I didn't know there was supposed to be mood lighting.
I didn't notice it until Dice pointed it out to me either. I'm sorry to say.
But it was beautiful. It was great effect.
But I do want to see what Kate accomplished.
Oh yes.
It's not great.
It was fine, right? Maybe.
Probably.
Right? We'll find out.
True.
Next time on
No,
right
like
now.
right now.
He had finally done it. He had found the taxidermy solution that would break down barriers and break down walls and he would light his candle and draw his circle and say his
Multiple things.
Hi guys.
Are you for or against marine biology?
Depends on whether roads are involved.
Dang it.
All right.
We're at an impasse or an overpass.
Okay.
Definitely a crossroads.
Mm-hmm. Just have to yield to the right of way.
I tried to mess with my sound settings and
Oh.
it exploded.
Let's run out of roads.
Oh my god.
Y'all left for 10 seconds and our entire conversation went off the rails.
Yeah.
Went off the road, I guess.
Oh god.
You're still muted, by the way.
We are?
Oh.
That was a dumb question. Oh, there we go. Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Did we lose the stream when everything fell apart?
No, everything just fell apart. and the stream kept going.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do some guessing.
Lower, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that, everyone.
We are 110% professional here.
No one ever said that.
I just did.
No, stop it.
Claims are made.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is the worst. But I can do it.
We were trying to adjust for some sound settings, and it ended up very thoroughly backfiring, as you might have guessed.
I think it went perfectly.
Oh,
Are you still adjusting settings?
I am.
In Sigzilla, what did you think of that Pokemon becoming dead coral? Did you hear about that?
I did not hear about that.
So there was a Pokemon introduced in the second generation like 15 years ago that was just coral. And in the recent Pokemon, it stopped being water type and is now ghost type.
Oh,
Oh no.
that's so sad. But truthful.
Yep.
It has an interesting little history behind it too, of why it went from being water type to ghost type.
Oh? Oh, we're just leaving it at that, okay?
I'm not going to tell you.
It's real interesting, but you
Not
can't.
too much to
Go
silence.
Google it.
But no, since the newer games were based in Britain,
Uh-huh.
and then there's no coral reefs there in the character, and they've been finding fossils of coral reef inside Britain. They made the Pokemon resemble that. It goes from all the Ice Age, and it's just bringing it out. It's weird.
Okay.
I thought it was just the Pokemon's touched environmental stuff a
Yeah.
lot. This last game, the whole storyline was like, how do we not destroy the Earth trying to pursue power? It's really just like that. There wasn't even a bad team. The bad team was just everyone.
I mean, the entire premise of the games is basically really elaborate dogfighting.
It's true. But you really love the dogs when they fight.
And the
And
dogs love you.
And you have free veterinary services, so it's a win-win.
Having just paid like $270 at the vet, I'd be okay with some free veterinary services.
If you had to fight your dog against anyone you want items.
I mean, I wouldn't want to fight her against anyone.
Ugh.
But what if she was good at it? Dog food?
No. No, she'd like play with them and then
Yeah.
roll over and run around and it wouldn't go well. It would be really cute though.
Every house with Pokemon has a flat screen TV and no bathroom.
Yeah. No, there was a bathroom in one of the games.
Really?
Yeah. Which one was it? Was it Heart Gold or White? The one with the Alolan Pokemon.
That was Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon.
Is it the one with the volcano bake meat? Because that's the only one I've played.
I didn't get that far.
So are you saying that the only bathroom in all of the universe of Pokemon is in Hawaii?
Yes.
They have everything.
It's also the one where you sniff everyone's bed as a game feature. Every bed you come to, your character can lie in, and like that is creepy enough, but it also describes the smell. Like it'll be like, this smells like dust and loneliness. Like, who did this?
What?
It's
No.
every bed. Every bed you can lie in, and it will tell you what stinks like.
No.
That is what we call an Easter egg.
Is it?
But if it's every bed?
Every bed.
That's a developer going, these people are weird. Why are they trying to grab people's beds? You know what? I'm going to make them lie in it and learn about it.
This is a punishment.
My guess is Nintendo is thinking ahead, and in 15 years, when we have smell-sensitive video game technology, they'll be ready for the remake.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Can't wait for that Dust and Loneliness.
Yep.
So I think we're actually back up and running. I mean,
Great.
the stream didn't go down, but you guys did for us. So we can get
Let's
back
try
to
again.
Kate's video.
So I'm just going to say it right now. I really thought that she had gotten my artistically shoved thing and was refusing to look at the camera. Watch the beginning and be like, yeah, she... Oh, okay, never mind. Doing it.
Well, here we go. Let's do it times
It
the
is
second
it
one.
is quiet, so we'll have to strain a bit.
Here we go.
He had finally done it. He had found the taxidermy solution that would break down barriers and break down walls and he would light his candle and draw his circle and say his incantation and bring back Tony. And he had his formula. He had his formula to do all of this, and it was that he had to do the taxidermist's incantation backwards. So he had to draw his circle backwards and light all of his candles backwards and say all the words in his incantation backwards. And he did all of that, but Tony did not come back. And he was left in a barren wasteland because he broke down all the walls. He was left in a barren wasteland surrounded by a circle of burned out candles.
Okay.
We're good.
I was so worried there that you lost the backwards candle lighting, but no, you brought it back. It's all good.
Brought it back.
Dermot's incantation.
Yep. I mean, they all have an incantation, right?
Please, oh please, don't look like that one Bobcat on Reddit.
That Bobcat on Reddit is my favorite, though. I love him.
He's the derpiest looking guy.
I love him.
Send me a link later. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, we'll put it in the chat. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. You need to. It's important.
Important cultural artifact.
Okay. Sly, how do you feel about yours?
Down.
No, thumbs down. Okay.
Well, she shaved some time off.
Okay, well, it could be good. Good to watch. I'm trying to save it, Sly. I'm giving you props. Oh, no, she's okay. Well, let's do Sly's video, and we'll see for ourselves just how good it was, especially in comparison to what comes afterwards, which is not as good.
I am ready.
Amazing.
There was a man, a taxidermist, who broke down laws. He created a formula. He created a formula to bring back Tony. It's all gone. He had to light a candle and arrange the candles around him And then he had to say the incantation backwards and do the taxidermy backwards. But he failed, so he was isolated because he broke down so many walls. And Tony did not come back. And,
Oh, your dog has such a great coat of fur. Where did it come from? Oh, my cat.
Oh, that's horrible, but also awesome.
It's all right. I just did the taxidermy backwards, and
Exactly.
I took a Build-A-Bear, I pulled out all the stuffing, and I filled it with organs.
Doesn't everybody?
Easy.
What else would you do?
I see what the problem is. It's all the sand in here. Take that out. Put the organs back in. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, life finds a way.
Life finds a way.
It's like you cut it open. Well, there's your problem.
Man, it reminds
I
me
really
of...
hope Build-A-Bear is financing genetic engineering.
What?
No, what it reminds me of is the really old Z Frank video.
Yes.
Teddy has an operation.
That's a good one.
That's
a good one.
classic.
Oh, that's so
Frank
good.
is. I wish I had his voice. It's so majestic.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
However, my voice is what's come next, and I shaved off a little bit of time.
Just a little.
Half?
Down to 30 seconds.
Yep.
I'm ready to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to say, Kate is the winner for being closest. Her video was only 2 seconds shorter than the one before her.
Whoa! Nice.
Good work.
We should have like little awards every episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Most ruined.
Well,
Remembered
I mean,
pronouns.
Most ruined would be hard. You know, like.
Like, yeah,
all
where did
ruined.
this one fall apart, would you say? Because I feel like it's been a little bit of everyone.
True. True.
Insigzilla wins this because he ruined all of us.
That's why I'm the new challenger.
That's true.
It's true. It's good. All right. All right. Here's close to the end of the train wreck. Here's my video. Enjoy it, as short as it is. We're almost done.
Ready.
So, there once was a taxidermist who was breaking down walls, and he wanted to bring back his friend Tony, so he had to taxidermy backwards and arrange the ritual candles and say the incantation backwards, but he failed and didn't bring Tony back.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yep. That covers it. Yeah.
The only thing he didn't say was that it was a taxidermy incantation.
That's true. Not a taxidermy incantation. You didn't light the candles backwards either.
That was me. I lost that.
So it probably was just me, but when Dice started, there once was, my brain immediately went to a ship that put to sea.
Oh god, he's doing another damn shanty.
I thought he was going to do it in limerick form.
Oh,
no!
yeah.
I have to prepare those ahead of time. That's not a spot on the go. Oh god.
There once was a
taxidermy.
Unfortunate taxidermist who. Shit, what rhymes with taxidermist? I have started this off on the wrong foot.
Rituals.
Silent, how do you feel about your video?
How do I feel? I feel like I did well, with what I was given. But like if someone were to watch the first one and then mine, they would weep.
Oh.
Yeah, that's about how I feel about it.
That's why we're here to guide us along with the laughter.
That's true. This is the caboose of the train wreck.
I'm ready.
All right, Silent. Here we go.
There once was a taxidermist, and he was breaking down walls. But then his friend Tony died, and he wanted to bring Tony back. And so, he had to reverse taxidermy him. And in order to do that, he had to lay out all the candles, and he had to recite the incantation. But, unfortunately, he was not able to bring Tony back. Rest in peace, Tony. Okay, I'm sorry. I did leave out the backwards part.
Oh.
Can I say, like, it's amazing that it got really dark again, because there's just some taxidermist whose friend died, and he taxidermied his friend, and then was like, wait, I can bring him back by reverse taxidermying.
Yeah, it went on this like roller coaster of, oh god, it's kind of fun. It's kind of good.
I do think it's the backstory of Tony the Tiger. You know, he just got covered in fur.
Oh no. Is that what this is? Is narrative telephone for us like a spell we do, a ritual to like predict the alternate past where, you know, famous beloved cereal mascots are reverse taxidermied?
Yes.
When you predict the past,
Alternate past.
it's still the past, right? It already happened.
But alternately. You can't predict what happened alternately.
Then it's just speculation. Like, what ifs? I don't know what's going on anymore.
Welcome to Narrative Telephone.
That's true. That's true.
All right, so I have a question. What happened in your story? In Sigzilla, the original story.
Okay, hold on.
You left us on a cliffhanger.
I have a better idea.
Well, no, because it still doesn't answer the question. It's like Masarian said, he left us on a cliffhanger. We don't actually know.
Fair.
Did he bring Trevor back?
Oh, you pulled that. Oh, good.
Well done. Well done. Also, I win because Tony stayed the entire time after me.
Fair.
I think Slayer wins because of taxidermy.
Hey, that's also yes. Taxidermy.
Maybe there should be an award for longest running element of the story.
I said taxidermic.
I mean, it's
People
still...
changed it to taxidermy.
It counts!
Yeah, there was not taxidermy anywhere in my story. That came from the toxoplasmatic spray. And it just turned into taxidermy and just went from there.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it does beg the question, what happened? What happened after the cliffhanger?
That's it. My idea was that if you were in the room with him, you only saw the beginning of his story. He vanishes, and that's all you get to know.
Maybe we'll find out in later seasons.
That's true.
Yeah, I feel like that makes sense. Reverse summoning would be sending yourself to someone else's aid, right?
Right. So in my story, he took the Key of Solomon, which normally summons things into our world, but reverses it without the walls so that he can summon himself into hell. But the way summoning works, you are locked in the circle. So if he's going to be helpful at all, he has to summon himself into hell, but have no walls so he can then go do whatever he needs to do. Like save Trevor.
Or Tony.
Or Tony. Or Toby. Or a dog. Or his friend that he accidentally taxidermied. Whatever.
It's like a modern day Frankenstein.
Whatever comes back, that's what comes back. It's fine.
Yeah.
Abby something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how we immediately went from he was alone in a room to he was in a barren waste.
I don't know who did that, but it stuck as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just flowed narratively.
I think the phrase barren wasteland is just such a good phrase.
Well-
It invokes so much in the mind that...
As opposed to a lush wasteland.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What kind of a wasteland is lush?
See, I was
Factory makes makeup. The runoff around the factory.
Fair point. Okay. My mind has been opened. Industrialization is the lush wasteland.
I feel like that's a good takeaway. Industrialization is a lush wasteland.
All right, we have to get going.
Yep. We'll wrap it up here.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you for watching. I don't know if we'll continue doing these morning ones or if we'll go back to evening ones. We'll get all that figured out. We'll also figure out among us who will be going next, who will be starting the story next. I don't think... Anyway, whatever. Yeah.
We're good.
We're good. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, loves.
Goodbye.
Bye.